Okay, there we go. Cool. So what I wanted to mainly do is go over all expectations. Frank, buddy, you're on mute. You have to unmute yourself. Okay. Why don't you talk? You're still on mute.
Oh, no.
There we go. Now I can hear you. Um, Now let's get into the rest of the program and what you guys are going to be doing first as a starting point. I'm just going to pull this up real quick. Okay, there we go. All right, so let me know when you guys can see my screen. When you guys can see my screen, just type, oops, where is this? When you guys can see my screen, just type yes in the comment section so I know that you guys can see it, and we can go over everything really quickly. Actually, here, let me share it this way. It'll actually be better. Oh, what's going on? Something's happening. Give me a second, guys. There we go. All right, so when you can see my screen, just type in the comment section yes, so I know you guys can see this right now. Okay, yes, I saw it. Yes. Just 2 more yeses and we can get started. I just want to make sure that you guys are seeing everything that is in here right now. Just search the comment sections, put in your yeses so we can get started. If you can't find the comment section, you just have to go to the bottom of the screen there, and then it should be in the more, and then you just press chat and it should be there, just to make sure you guys can see this. Because this is super, super important. This is me. One, I want to set the expectations of what you should have in this program, what you should expect from me, which is really important, and then what I also expect of you guys, okay? It's very important that we set these expectations over the next 12 weeks, because without this, you will not be able to get results. It's super, 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 super important, okay? So let's start off with what I expect of you guys, okay? The first thing is that in the next 12 weeks, you're ready to get outside your comfort zone. Everything that you want in terms of your dating life, everything that you want in terms of what you want to achieve in your life in general is always going to be outside of your comfort zone. Nothing that is comfortable for you guys is going to be the thing that's going to get you results, okay? So this is super important to understand, because if you're trying to operate from your comfort zone only, I can guarantee you that you will not get results, okay? If you're trying to make it comfortable for you the entire time and make it easy for you, you will not get results, okay? So you have to be ready to get outside your comfort zone and be willing to make your discomfort your new comfort zone, your new goal, okay? Second expectation I have for you guys is you have to take consistent action, okay? And as you can see here, I keyworded the word consistent. I underlined it, I put it in bold, because this is really, really important. Not only do you have to take action, but it has to be consistent over the next 12 weeks, meaning you don't miss a week, you don't miss a call, you don't miss a mission, you don't miss your accountability updates, you don't miss asking questions, okay? This is super, super important, because a lot of people say, man, if you take action, that's when you get results. The truth is that you can take half-ass action, but as long as you're doing it consistently, that's going to actually get you more results, okay? Just by the fact that you're consistent with it, okay? Next thing is we have a traffic light system, okay? So there's green, yellow, and red, and I'm going to explain what these mean. So a green means that you're doing well, that you don't necessarily need my help, that you're doing the weekly missions, you're improving, you're progressing, and everything is good, okay? A yellow means that you're having a little bit of trouble. You may be taking action, you may be doing the missions that I'm telling you guys to do, but for some reason you're not progressing as fast as you want to, okay? Or you're having trouble doing the missions in the first place, okay? So whenever you're at a yellow, you're going to actually go into, it says Facebook group here, but it's actually the Telegram group that we have set up. You're going to go into the Telegram group and you're going to write yellow, and then you're going to write anything, any concern or any question that you have. And not only the members are going to help you and give you feedback, but I'm going to be there to help you and give you feedback, okay? Red means that you're not progressing at all. You're not taking action. You're not doing anything. You're in the same place as when you started. We don't want you to get to a red, okay? So when you're at a yellow, you have to go into the Telegram group and write yellow, all right? It's super, super important that you do this, okay? Now, next thing is you're going to, during the next 12 weeks, I want you to imagine like you're a robot, okay? Meaning that any missions or orders that I give you, you just simply march your orders. If I was to tell a robot to pick up this cup, okay, the robot's not going to say, oh, well, you know, I don't really feel like it right now. You know, I don't feel good. I don't want to really pick up that cup right now. No, the robot's just going to do what it's told to do, okay? So whatever missions and orders I give you guys, regardless of how you feel, regardless of how uncomfortable it is, I want you to put your full faith and trust in me that it's going to work, okay? And imagine like you're a robot, and I want you to simply go out there and do it no matter how you feel, okay? Next thing is, over the next 12 weeks, you have to be positive, okay? So there's no complaining or no negativity during this program. I'm very careful of the people that I let into my life, including everybody who I work with, okay? So I don't like people who complain. I don't like people who bitch. I don't like people who moan. I don't like people who are negative, okay? So I want you to be results and solution oriented. If you're focused on the problem and you're just complaining and moaning and bitching about the problem, you will never be able to actually find out the results or the solution necessary to get the results, okay? So when you're positive and you're solution and results oriented, that's when we can actually take the next step and get you to the results that you want, okay? Every call that we have, any questions you have, anything that you want answered, I want you to be open, honest, and vulnerable on every call, okay? Nothing on these calls is ever going to be shared in terms of the Q&A, all right? So when we hop on these calls, everything is confidential between us as guys, okay? So be open, be honest, be vulnerable on our calls, because this is super important for me to be able to take you to that next step, all right? Now, in your reports with me, you're going to be open, honest, and vulnerable in your reports, okay? The daily accountability reports, and we're going to get into this a little bit more. This is super important that you're open, honest, and vulnerable, meaning you're not BSing me or you're trying to lie or trying to exaggerate. Because at the end of the day, I'm not doing this for me, okay? You guys are doing this because this is for you, okay? So if you try to BS the reports, you're going to be BSing yourself, all right? So be open, be honest, be vulnerable. If you have any questions, if you have any troubles, make sure it's in the report, okay? Now, what you can expect of me in this program is anytime you have any question, do not hesitate to ask. You paid for this program. Don't think that you're going to be bothering me. Don't think that you're going to be texting in the group and what yada, 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 okay? Any question that you have, I want you to ask, all right? So all you're going to do is you're going to go into the Telegram group. You're either going to send an audio message or you're going to actually type out your question, okay? Or on these calls that we hop on together, you're going to ask your questions at the end when we do a Q&A, okay? And no question is a stupid question, okay? The only thing I ask of you guys is whenever you do ask questions, make sure it's detailed and specific, okay? Don't hop on a call and say, oh, well, you know, how do you get a girl? Guys, it's too broad. I don't know what that means. What's the context? Did you go on a date? Did you meet a girl? What was the specific scenario? What was the specific situation? So that we can break down the question down to little chunks and focus on the root causes, the root problems, so that I can give you guys the best answers, okay? Whenever you're texting in the Telegram group, you will always get a reply from texting me within a maximum of 24 hours. To be honest, it's usually a lot faster than 24 hours. I'm sure you guys have seen so far. But, you know, I have my own life as well, which means sometimes I deal with stuff. Like just last year I was moving and it took like an entire day and a half of my life. So, you know, it took 24 hours for me to text back everyone who was in the coaching program. okay? So you will always get a maximum or reply from texting me within a maximum of 24 hours, okay? Usually it's a lot faster. You can expect that I will always be open, honest, and vulnerable on these calls, okay? Meaning that when I share something and we get into the Q&A portion of everything and you ask me a question and I see you asking the same questions over and over again, I will call you out on your bullshit, okay? If I see you doing the same things, you're not progressing, you're not taking the actions that's necessary, I will call you out. This is no hard feelings. This is my job as a coach to make sure that you understand that, hey, you're not doing the things that are necessary to get you the results. Second thing is, if you ask me a question and I haven't personally experienced it, I will let you guys know. Okay, hey, this is what I theoretically think the answer is to this, but I personally haven't experienced this. So let me go ask a friend or someone who has experienced it, and I will get back to you guys when I have a better answer. Okay? Now, if something isn't working for you in the program, you have to let me know. This is the only way we can make sure we can course correct personally for you, okay? I always tell people, as the 12 weeks is going by, do not run away from me when you have a problem. Run to me, okay? When you have a problem, run to me. I am here to help. I am here to make sure you progress. If you run away from me, I cannot help you and you just wasted time, okay? Make sure you run to me anytime there's a problem or challenge, okay, so that we can actually figure out a solution. All right, so starting this program, first week, what you guys are going to do, okay, is you're going to take a few different personality type tests. This is for me to make sure that I know what your guys' personality types are, okay, so that I can see how you guys think, what kind of personalities you have, and what kind of girls would be matched up with those personalities, okay? And what kind of environments are the best for you guys personally, okay? So I'm gonna also give you guys access to this document right here, so don't worry, you don't have to write all of this stuff down. You guys are gonna get access to this document to go over it. But there's 4 personality type tests that you guys have to do, okay? This one, this one, this one, you just hit the link, boom, it takes you there, you hit the link, it takes you there, you hit the link, it takes you there, and you hit the link. Whatever your results are, you're going to screenshot it, okay, or you're gonna take a picture of it, and you're going to post it in the Telegram group that you have, that we have together, okay? So in that Telegram group that we have, you're gonna take a screenshot or you're gonna take a picture and you're gonna post it there. If you want it to be more personal and you don't feel like sharing your personality type with the group for whatever reason, you can email me personally, okay? And forward me the results that you get or forward the screenshots to me, and this is my personal email, okay? Now, as you guys go through this program, you guys should have gotten access to all this stuff so far, okay? If you don't have access to any of this stuff, make sure you message me on Telegram because you guys should have access to everything, okay? I want you to go through all these programs: the Natural System, Text Game Decoded, Tinder Game Decoded, the 21-Day Alpha Voice Challenge. This is a Facebook group. The Alpha Conversation Online Program, and the 10-Day Social Domination Challenge, which we're going to get into as well, okay? But these programs are necessary. They're going to set the foundations for a lot of the things that we're going to talk about. So I want you to go through these programs. Guys, it's super, super key that you do not skip out on this. The last thing I want you guys to do is hop on a call, and when we get to the Q&A, you're asking me, hey, Mo, I'm texting this girl. What should I text her? It's like, dude, that's in Text Game Decoded, okay? These are basic questions. When we hop on the calls together, I want to be answering very specific, detailed, more broad picture stuff when it comes to mindset, process, and lifestyle, rather than focusing on little minute details that you could have gone throughout the courses that I gave you, okay? So make sure you go through all of these courses and fill it 100%. Don't skip out on any modules. Don't skip out on any videos just because you feel like you know the stuff. This is super, super important. Go through everything, all right? Next, as we go through this program and even after this program, I want you to guys order these few books, okay? These 5 books are necessary as a man And it's mandatory that you read these every single year, okay? So the first book is No More Mr. Nice Guy by Dr. Robert Glover. There's also a bunch of exercises in the book, so make sure to do the exercises. I want you to read them in this specific order. Second book is Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. I recommend the audiobook of this because for some reason, the guy's just so present that he actually puts you in a present state. But if you don't want an audiobook, just order the hard copy, okay? Next book is Six Pillars of Self-Esteem by Nathaniel Branden. Plus, there's a bunch of exercises in the book. I want you to do all the exercises as well. Then there's To Be a Man by Robert Augustus. And then there's The Way of the Superior Man by David Deida, okay? So I want you guys to order these books. You're going to be reading these books over the next 3 months. And I personally think you should be reading these books every single year. It's mandatory reads, okay? Next thing is NoFap. While you're in this program, there is no porn, no masturbation. If you want to get laid with women, if you want to have a girlfriend, if you want to find your next wife, you're not going to get it by looking at a screen and looking at, guys fucking other girls and masturbating to it, okay? You have to get rid of this habit. Otherwise, it's going to control you for the rest of your life. It's necessary that you guys do this. If you're currently watching porn, if you're currently masturbating, you're not going to want to go outside and meet women because you have no biological desire. You're getting your biological desire met through this screen, okay? Matter of fact, what I've done, and I'm going to show you guys right now. If I go, let's say I search up Pornhub.com. Here's what happens when I search up Pornhub.com. It says you cannot browse whatever, this website is restricted, okay? So I've actually restricted on my phone to viewing porn on my phone. Now, if I press allow website, whoops. Okay. For some reason, it's not working right now, but when I press allow website, it's shutting down my shit, but which is still good. But when I press allow website, it brings up a keyword or a key pass that I have to put. It's four letters or 4 numbers that I have to put, and I don't know the keypad. I gave it to my friend, and I told him put 4 random numbers into my phone. So not only does he not remember it, so there's no way that I can get the keypad, but I don't know what it is. So there's literally no way that I can watch porn on my phone. I've cut it out from my life, okay? So with the porn, you want to cut it out completely. If masturbation is a habit that you've built up to the point where you can't cut it out, I want you to cut it in half without porn. Okay, so porn, you're going to go cold turkey, but cut your masturbation habits in half. Okay, meaning if you're masturbating once a day, cut it into once every other day. If you're doing it twice a day, do it once every day. If you're doing it once every other day, do it twice a week. If you're doing it twice a week, do it once a week. If you're doing it once a week, do it once every other week. Okay? So that way you're slowly cutting at the habit of masturbation, but the porn is necessary that you stop watching starting today. Okay? No more porn. What I count as porn is Instagram models. Okay? If you follow Instagram models and you see their pictures and you like their pictures, this is porn. Porn websites, audio porn, amateur videos that you've possibly made, anything that can arouse you through a screen or digitally, okay, you're going to completely cut out of your life. All right, next thing, which is a necessary habit, is you're going to get on a simple workout program. All right, these are some people I recommend. A good buddy of mine, Brandon Carter, his programs are based on the keto diet and losing weight and building lean muscle. Another guy I know in Toronto, Kino Body, his programs are based on getting strong and lean through intermittent fasting. There's a dude, Athlete X, his programs are based on becoming an athlete. A good friend of mine, Jay Vax Fitness, his programs are based on strength and eating, however you want to build the body that you want. And plus, he has a free book that you can download, which shows his entire workout program. It's like, I think it's free, and then you pay like $7 or $8 for shipping. And then if you happen to be vegan or plant-based, there's a guy by the name of Nimai Delgado who is massive, and he's never eaten meat. So you can definitely build muscle and become healthy through that as well. The reason why I tell you guys that health and fitness is important is because there's obviously testosterone benefits. So if you have higher testosterone levels, you're going to take more risks. You're going to have a better libido, which means you're going to be hornier and you're going to want to have go out and meet women. You're going to have higher energy, which is attractive. You're going to have a better mood and you're going to be happier, which is attractive, and also doesn't hurt that you're going to be better looking and have more confidence. Okay. Next thing is there's a bunch of supplements that I recommend you guys taking. Again, I'm not a health practitioner or a doctor. These are just habits that I've found out are very, very attractive to women. Okay. So working out, no fap, reading. Okay. These are very, very attractive, and taking these supplements also help optimizing you as a man. All right. So if you may have any allergies or health issues to these supplements, I recommend you to do your research. I recommend you to go to your doctor and get a blood and testosterone test to see what kind of vitamins and mineral deficiencies you have to kind of really help guide you through the supplement line. Few supplements I like to take. These two right here are what I consider to be the staples for my life. Okay, they are adaptogens. So maca powder, honestly, it really just makes me really horny and it makes me hard. Okay, so for this reason, it helps you meet women. Ashwagandha lowers your social anxiety while increasing your testosterone naturally. All right, so this is a great supplement as well. Then you have the paleo diet, which is what I recommend. I think it's the best diet for optimizing your health. For me, I have a vitamin D3 deficiency, so I take vitamin D3 2,000 IUs per day. Okay, and this is because I did a blood and testosterone test, and also I'm a little bit deficient in vitamin B12, so I take that as well. Collagen types 1, 2, and 3 helps with your gut. Creatine, glutamine, memory supplements, L-theanine, and GABA. These lower your anxiety, especially when you're going out to meet women or you're going out to. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me make sure my notifications are off so we are not disturbed. These two supplements, they lower your anxiety levels and they really help you focus a lot better. So if you're going out to meet women, you might want to take these supplements or supplement with them. Okay. Then there's magnesium, which helps you with sleep and testosterone production. Probiotics, which help with your gut. And if your gut's healthy, you're going to lower your anxiety and depression and all this stuff. If you have depression problems, you can cycle with these supplements. Again, I am not a health practitioner. I want to let you guys know this full out. Like, do not take these supplements if they're not recommended by your doctor, okay? These are just my recommendations of what has helped me. These really help. When I was a teenager, they actually told me I was clinically depressed, okay? Mainly because I was eating a lot of crappy foods. I wasn't socializing. There was a mixture and multitude of stuff. But when I was clinically depressed, I didn't want to take a bunch of random chemicals and put it in my brain. I wanted to find the natural solution to it, and these honestly really, really helped, okay? And then whenever you're going to buy food, buy grass-fed foods, whole foods, organic. I always say you can pay the farmer now, okay, or you can pay the pharmacist later, okay? So this is really important. The only reason you guys might be wondering, what the hell does this have to do with meeting women? Okay, dude, if you're healthy, you're not fapping, which affects your brain. If you're reading and improving and growing, if you're taking these supplements and eating correctly, which makes you feel really, really good, you're going to have better emotions. You're going to be happier. You're going to have more testosterone. These are things that are attractive. These are things that are going to attract women. So these are necessary, okay? Next thing is during this program, you're going to start meditating every single day, okay? Whatever you can do to be consistent as possible. If you've never meditated before, just start with 2 minutes a day. And then once you get that down, go up to 5 minutes a day, then 10 minutes a day, then 15 minutes a day, whatever you can do, okay? These are some apps that I use, okay? Headspace is an app, Calm is an app, Zen is an app, Oak is an app. Sometimes when I'm kind of feeling lazy, I'll do Yoga Nidra Bulletproof. This is a video on YouTube. And basically the way the video works is you actually get to meditate lying down. So this one is a good video as well. If you want to go even deeper into this, there is a silent meditation, which is Vipassana and Anapana. You might want to search some videos on this. I've also done a 10-day silent meditation retreat. This was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, but also one of the most rewarding things, okay? It's absolutely free. There's centers all over the world. It's 10 days. They give you a place to stay. They give you foods, but it's a 10-day silent meditation retreat. So you're not speaking. You have no access to technology or anything. It's really, really powerful stuff. Okay, cool. So these are the basic habits that you need to have as a man. Now you might be wondering, holy crap, this is a lot. I have to go through all these programs. I have to do these personality tests. I have to order these books. I have to do NoFap. I have to get on a health and fitness regimen. I have to supplement and meditate. Don't worry, I'm going to make this easy for you guys, okay? That's why we have the daily accountability, so that you can just track these things on a daily basis, okay? Next thing, your first mission for this week, okay, is this, all right? Your very first mission is to go through the 10-day social domination challenge, okay? You guys are going to get access to this document, so whenever you get access to it, go, okay, I have to go through the 10-day social domination challenge. You click here, you press this, and it takes you to the 10-day social domination challenge. These are replays. This is a program that I did that was like almost $700, $800. So you guys get access to this. I think this is a very, very key program, okay? This is based on psychologists actually like literally taking a lot of things that have to do with anxiety and social anxiety and breaking it down and figuring out what actually works with helping people actually social dominating. So I want you to go through this program. It's a total of 11 days, meaning our next call is not going to be 7 days from now. It's actually going to be 14 days from now, okay? It's okay, because we're going to actually go a little bit longer. We're going to go 13 weeks, okay? So our next call is not a week from now. It's 14 days from now, all right? Because this program is a total of 11 days, okay? But it's necessary for you guys to do, because it's going to really set the foundation for you guys to understand what anxieties you have, how to overcome those anxieties, and actually baby stepping you through the process, so that by the time we start this very first mission 14 days from now, you guys are ready to hit the ground running, because you don't have that much social anxiety anymore, okay? So you're going to go through this first program. This is the very, very, very first mission that we're going to have, okay? It's going to take a total of 11 days, which means our next call is 14 days from now, all right? So as to your next thing, you're going to also, in the Telegram group, you're going to send screenshots of your style. I always say your looks do not matter, but your style, the way you're groomed, the way you look, 1000% does matter. The reason why is it shows a few things. When you have a bad sense of style, you smell bad, you don't look good in terms of the clothes that you're wearing, or you're not well groomed, it shows your current status in society, okay? It also shows your future status in society. It shows how much you care about yourself, which is an indicator of your self-esteem and self-worth, and also what your future self-worth and self-esteem is going to be like. If you look bad in terms of what you're wearing, if you smell bad, if you're not well groomed, this will show to the girl that, one, you're going to have low status in the future, and you have low status now. Why should any woman who's high status be with a low status man? Two, it shows that you don't care about yourself. If you don't care about yourself, that also means that you don't care about her. So why should she be with you? Second thing, it shows that you have this low sense of self-worth and self-esteem, which means you also have a low sense of self-worth and self-esteem in the future. And why should she want to be with a guy who has a low sense of self-worth and low sense of esteem? Okay? So your style, how you're dressed, how you're groomed, how you come across to women, matters so much that when you first go up to them, it's a matter of a make and break of whether that interaction is going to work or not, okay? So this is super important that you actually take a picture from the front and side, full out, from your haircut, from the front, everything, of your most common outfits when you're meeting women, okay? Of your most common outfits when you're meeting women. Matter of fact, just yesterday, I filmed a full video of how to groom yourself. I grew out my hair for like literally a month. I grew out my beard. I grew out my facial hair. I was dressed really bad, and I'm gonna release that video so you guys have access to it as well. But this is super, super important. Okay, this is super key. All right, so you're gonna take pictures from the front and side of your most common outfits when you're meeting women, and you're gonna post the pictures in the Telegram group. All right. All right, last thing, very last thing is your daily accountability reports. All right, and again, this says Facebook group, but you're going to be doing it in a Telegram group if you're in this program. All right, so the first report is dating related. You're going to only send these reports when you've actually approached a girl or you've gone on dates and you have actually had an interaction or you've done something with a woman. Okay, so these aren't going to be daily necessarily, because you're not necessarily going to be approaching your girl every single day. All right, so the way this works is you're going to go into the group and you're going to put in your name. So for example, let's take Matthew. Okay, you're going to put Matthew, approach day 1. Okay, you can either put the number or you can put the specific date. So approach day 1 or approach November 30th, 2019. Okay, either or works. And you're going to answer 6 simple questions. I hate how people do field reports because they make it this long story and it's this 3-page. It's like, that does not help you. You need quick answers as to what you did in the interactions that didn't work or did work, so that you learn what to do in the future. So there's 6 simple questions. First one is, what did I do well? This is to give you positive reinforcement. If you do not have positive reinforcement, you're not going to want to continue taking action in the future. So this is like the pat on your back to realize that you did well, which fills you up with gratitude and makes you want to continue taking action. Okay, so what did I do well? Second question is, what could I have done better? This is for you to start thinking outside of the box, for you to start innovating about how that interaction went so that you can actually improve it. All right. Third question is, how did I make myself feel? This is for emotional intelligence, EQ. This is for you to understand that you are at the cause of your emotions, not at the effect. Most of you guys, the reason why you haven't been getting results with women is you've been at the effect of your emotions, right? You've been reactive to the emotions that you feel. This is to make sure that you're at the cause of your emotions and you start to realize, oh, I'm making myself feel this way. I'm making myself feel this way. This is what I can do next time to make myself feel this way, all right? Fourth question is, how did I make the girl feel? This is for SQ. This is social intelligence. This is to build social acuity. This is to understand, oh, in the interaction, she at one point she felt a little bit uncomfortable when I said this. So next time, this, and this. Okay, this is to understand what other people are feeling so that you start to build that empathy, you start to build that sympathy, and you start to really build that social intelligence at a very high level. All right? Fifth question is, was I real, authentic, and honest with my expressions? One of the biggest things that we're going to go through this program is to build that vulnerable part of you. Vulnerability, I think, and I don't think anybody talks about this, but I've figured out over the years that when you're vulnerable with women, it is the single most attractive trait on the planet. There is simply nothing else that is more attractive than vulnerability. Like, hands down, if there's one key thing that I can tell was the reason why I was successful with women and I was able to have sex and date and get into relationships with very high quality women, was because of this one single thing, which was vulnerability. So this is why we ask this, to build that vulnerable part of yourself and to build awareness as when you're not being vulnerable and when you are being vulnerable, so that we can be more vulnerable. Okay. Sixth question is, what will I do differently in my next interaction? This is your plan. This is your action. This is you starting to figure out, okay, based on these questions, this is what I should do. This is what I should do. This is what I should do. So that the next time you're out, it's already in your subconscious, so that when you're faced with that situation again, you know exactly what to do. Okay. These 6 questions are necessary with every interaction or date that you have so that you improve. You're going to do this even after the 3 months is over. Okay. As you're taking action, as you keep watching these replays, this is necessary. okay? All right, the second kind of reports, these are daily reports. These are personal reports. This is your habits. This is your personal habits, because without these, you're not going to be attractive. You can forget about dating women if you don't have these daily personal habits fixed, all right? So every single day, you're going to go into the group and you're going to answer these 6 questions. How is NoFap going? Is it going good, or did you fail? Okay. Biggest lesson that you're reading from the book right now. Okay. So whether you're reading No More Mr. Nice Guy, whether you're reading 6 Pillars of Self-Esteem, Power of Now, whatever book that you're on, you're going to write your biggest lesson. Okay. Third question is, did I meditate? Okay. Fourth question is, did I work out and exercise? Now, on your health and fitness regimen, you might have 3 workouts in a week. So for me personally, I work out 3 times a week where I do a hard, heavy workout, where I go into the gym and I really lift weights, okay? But I do exercise every day. Every morning, I take about 5-10 minutes where I just get my blood pumping, okay? I go on a trampoline, or I do yoga, or I just do jumping jacks just to get my blood pumping a little bit. Exercise is necessary, okay? So you have to exercise every single day. So did you work out and exercise? This can be simple as 5 to 10 minutes a day. Did you eat right? Okay, meaning did you have good quality foods that are good for your brain, and making sure that your brain is operating at an optimal level, and that you're happy and you're fulfilled and you're satiated, and you're actually eating brain fueling foods, okay? Did you also drink enough water and take your supplements? Are you actually hydrated, and is your brain operating at a high level? Okay, this is super necessary. Last but not least is, how long did you sleep? If you're getting 3 hours of sleep a night, forget about meeting women, okay? Simply forget about it. Your brain is operating on 10% of its optimal level. Okay, so when you go into the interactions, your social intelligence is super low, your emotional intelligence is super. So sleep is also very important. So how long did you sleep? Whenever you're filling out your reports, make everything point form and short for 2 reasons. Okay, for 2 reasons. First reason is for me. I don't want to read a fucking essay. Okay, make it point form and short so I can see, okay, this is what you did, this is what you did, this is what you did. Here's the steps for you to take it, because I'm going to give you guys feedback as you're filling in these reports. Here's the steps you need to take. Okay, I don't want to read this massive long fucking essay that's going to take me 2 hours to read. Second thing is for you personally as well. If you're writing these long essays, you can't go back and read those. And also, you're going to forget as you're writing them. So the more point form and short you can make it, the better you can focus and simplify it so that you focus on one thing at a time. Okay? So all your reports with these ones, make it point form and short. Just here's the thing, here's the thing, here's the thing, here's the thing, here's the thing. Same with these ones, yes or no answers. Okay? This isn't a maybe. Okay? Everything is a yes or no. All right? All right, schedule this into your calendar. Schedule the daily reports into your calendar, whether it's nighttime or daytime, okay? Because a lot of time I've seen people fall off after about a month, and then they start to see the results fall off. If you do not fill in these daily reports, not only can I not give you feedback to make sure that you're progressing, but also you're gonna fall off and you're not gonna get the results that you want. So schedule this into your calendar, okay? And the way you're gonna access me on text, you guys have already done this. The app Telegram, okay, you're going to download the app Telegram, and you're going to add me with this username. All right, so you guys have already done this. You don't have to worry about this. All right, so this is the start of the program. All right, you guys are going to get access to this document right away. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to share it to you guys right now. Okay, copy link. Let's go into Telegram. Boom. Boom. All right. So I just shared with you guys the documents in the group. Okay. So you guys have access to all of this. Make sure you do the personality reports, put it in the group. Make sure you have these habits set. If for whatever reason you don't have access to any of these courses, shoot me a message. All right. Make sure to go through these programs, order these books, NoFap, health and fitness regimen, take these supplements, meditation. First weekly mission is to go through this 10-day social domination challenge, okay? And then you're gonna also send screenshots of your style to the Facebook group, and then you're gonna fill in these daily reports, all right? Cool. So that is the very, very first call. Okay. These are necessary. This is going to be available for you guys for replay. All right. So don't worry about not having access to the replay for this. So I'm going to open up this call to any questions you guys have, anything that you want me to answer. So I'm going to unmute everyone. If you have any questions right now, ask me. It's open. If you don't have questions, that was our first call. I'm so excited for you guys to get started.
Actually, you got questions. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Sashin uses pre-frames. Okay, I'll give you a scenario. It's that safe way. I was practicing, approaching, and I went up to this girl, and then at first I freaked the shit out of her. I said, no, I said what he said. Don't worry, I'm not a robber. You know that bullshit he says, and it actually worked. So, but you never used that.
Sorry? You said I never used that?
Pre-framing, you know what I mean? You know what that is, right? You go,
yeah.
It's like, like what he does is he aggressively swings around the girl, stops her. Sometimes it'll work, but sometimes it'll get you in trouble. But, sometimes you have the risk. But, I never seen you ever do that.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't think it's effective. And again, once you're going through this program, I want you to basically, anything that you've learned in the past, I want you to throw it out. Just literally throw it out. One of the biggest things is a lot of these guys who are tell you, jump in front of the girl and hard stop her and say, hey, I'm not a robber. Like, bro, that shit doesn't work. Like, honestly, it's not necessary for you to do. It might work on a few girls here and there, okay? And you might get a number, but why are you in this program right now? Right? Like, why are you in this program? The point is that stuff hasn't worked. It's led to a lot of flaky dates or flaky girls. If you want real interactions, we're going to focus on that, starting second week, third week, all right? We're going to go a little bit more into detail into the actual process. But the only thing I want you to focus on right now, okay, is throw all that stuff out of the window. I don't want you to go up and approach women and do all this stuff that you've learned in the past. The only thing I want you to focus on is what we discussed today, okay? So do all of those things that I sent in that document, and go through the 10-day social domination challenge. In that program, there's specific challenges that you're going to do on a day-to-day basis that's going to really help you out, okay? And it's going to set a foundation. So throw that stuff out the window, okay? We're going to start from the beginning. We're going to start from scratch so that we actually do the things that are going to actually work, okay? That make sense?
Yeah, say something else, or somebody else wants to say something.
Okay, anybody else have any other questions?
Yeah, Mo, I have a question with Adrian.
Sure.
Like you said, it does seem overwhelming, but we're going to take it step by step. So my question is, how do you advise we progress into doing all these challenges? For example, I don't know, let's look here. Meditation, right? Like, let's say we've never really meditated before, or like with the workout program, like how do we ease into everything without end up being to our downfall, right? Because anytime you get into something head first, and I don't know, your subconscious will reject it, right? And you will. So how do you ease into this?
That's an amazing question. One of the biggest things is I would rather have you just focus on one habit at a time than to go all in. Okay, this is a good question because I didn't pre-frame that. It's better for you to have one habit down fully before you move on to the next one than to try to do all these things at once, and then you get overwhelmed, and then because you can't stay consistent, you start to get mad at yourself, and then you just give up, okay? So start with the first one. Start with the easiest one. Start with just going through the programs. Okay, I went through the programs. Great, okay? Next thing, he's asking me to do the personality type test. All right, let me do that. Let me just send that to him, okay? Once you've done that, okay, he wants me to meditate every day. For this week, I'm just going to focus on meditating every day. That's the only habit I'm going to get down, okay? Once I've gotten that habit down where I'm doing 2 minutes a day, I'm going to up it to 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day. All right, let's move on to the next habit, workout program. Let me get into a workout program. Get that habit down. Once you have that habit down, get into the next one, okay? Because if you try to overwhelm yourself with all this stuff, it's going to just be too much, all right? So I would much rather have you get one habit down than to put all of them into practice. Now, if you can fit it into your calendar, if you can fit it into your schedule, and you can do all of the habits, that's good. Okay. Now, just to give you guys more context, and we're going to go a lot deeper into this. I know it's overwhelming right now, but this is just the basic foundations. We're going to go into setting your schedule and setting your calendar up in a way where you set up your lifestyle to have it all. Okay. So to be able to meditate every day, to be able to exercise every day, to be able to eat right and correctly, to be able to meet women and have a good relationship or a good social life, to be able to follow your purpose and career and make more money. We're going to set up your calendar. We're going to set up your schedule, and you guys are going to take some time to plan that stuff. As we go through this program, we're going to discuss that into detail. So, but just for right now, focus on one habit at a time. Okay.
All right. Awesome. Thanks, Mo.
Yeah, no worries. All right. Anybody else have any other questions? I'm going to unmute you guys if you have any other questions to answer.
All right, I have a question.
Sure.
So for meditation, how long would you expect us to meditate for?
Anything
Start with.
Yeah, anything that you can be consistent with. So if you've never meditated before in the past, dude, just start with 2 minutes a day. Like 2 minutes a day. That's all I'm asking. If you've meditated before in the past and you were inconsistent with, let's say, 5 minutes a day, that means you're going to be inconsistent now. So half it. Do 5 minutes a day, right? Do 3 minutes a day. Just anything that you can be really, really consistent with, because the consistency is what matters. It's not about meditating for 10 hours and being this guru. It's about making sure that you have that consistent habit that makes you feel good, makes you feel like you got a quick win, helps with your health, helps with your happiness, which makes you more attractive to women, okay? So whatever you can do to just be consistent with it, that's what I want you to do, okay? Does that answer that question?
So what do you think? Yeah, you answered it pretty good. So I think maybe 2 minutes would be a good place to start. But what do you think a good long-term meditation goal is for, like, maybe a 1 year? Like, where do you think?
1 year, you have to find out what your optimal level is. Okay.
All right.
Now, and I'll tell you what this means. So I did 2 10-day meditation retreats. When you're doing the 10-day meditation retreats, you are meditating about 10 hours a day for an entire, like, 10, 11 days. When I came back, they asked you to meditate about 2 hours a day, meaning you do once in the morning, once in the evening. That was very inconsistent for me. I couldn't do 2 hours a day. It was just not, I was not able to do it with my schedule. I was not able to do it with what I wanted to achieve. So I cut it down to 30 minutes a day. And I noticed, like, if I can do 20 minutes a day, I get the same exact benefits as 30 minutes a day. So why not just cut it down to 20 minutes a day? So for me, the ideal length of meditation is 20 minutes a day. For some people, it's 30 minutes where they see the most benefits. Or for some people, it's an hour. For some people, it's 10 minutes, right? So whatever you can, 1, be consistent with, and whatever you get, 2, the optimal benefits from. And this is going to take testing on your end. You just start with 2 minutes a day. Once you have that down, go up to 5 minutes a day. Once you have that down, go up to 10 minutes a day. Once you have that down, go up to 20, then go up to 30, then go up to 45. And then see where you felt the best. See where you felt you could do it consistently, and see where you felt you got the most benefits from. Okay, so it takes testing on your end to kind of figure out your optimal levels. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Can I do a follow-up? Another question unrelated.
Yeah.
What about, so you say you work out every day, right?
Yeah, I work out.
So what exactly do you do for your workouts every day? Your normal exercise, not the ones at the gym, the ones you do at home.
Yeah, so
just curious.
Here's what my workout schedule looks like right now. And I'm hoping you guys can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
It's loading.
Okay. Let me know when you guys can actually see my screen. I'll pull this up here. Can you guys see it? Oh, for some reason you guys can't see it. It's give me 1 second. Whiteboard. Can you guys see it now?
Yep.
Okay, there, perfect. Cool. So my workout program looks like this right now. Mondays, I have gym, what I consider A, okay? Wednesdays, Wednesdays, I will have gym B, okay? And then Fridays, I will have gym A then. So gym A consists of just doing 3 sets of pull-ups, okay? Then I do a circuit, okay? And my circuit consists of doing 10 bodyweight squats, okay? Then immediately I'll go into, after I do the 10 bodyweight squats, I'll do 10 push-ups, and then I'll do 10 sit-ups, okay? So that's my circuit, and then I'll basically go down again. I'll go, okay, 9 bodyweight sit-ups, 9 push-ups, 9 sit-ups. Then I'll go down again, and I'll just keep doing this without a break. 8, 8, 8. Then I'll go down again, 7, 7, 7, until I get all the way down to 1 bodyweight squat, 1 push-up, and 1 sit-up, okay? So that's my gym A days. It's really bodyweight focused. Gym B, however, is a little bit different. Gym B, I do 3 sets of pull-ups times, and then I'll superset it with 3 sets of push-ups, okay? So I'll do a pull-up, and then I'll immediately get down in a push-up, and then I'll have a 30-second to a 1-minute break, and then I'll do that three times. Then right after this, I will go and do bench press. So 3 sets of bench press. Okay? And I'm going as heavy as possible. When I'm trying to do this, I'm doing, 4 to 8 reps, okay? So I'm really trying to go heavy. Then I'll do 3 sets of lat pull downs, okay? Or you can do pulls, okay? So just pulls like this. And then I'll do this again, 4 to 8 reps, because I'm trying to go as heavy as possible. And then right after the lat pull downs, I'll do 3 sets of shoulder press times I'll do shoulder raises, okay? So this is a superset, so I'll do a shoulder press, and then I'll immediately do shoulder raises, okay, which are these ones. And then I'll finish my workout with a bicep and tricep crusher, okay? So this is like doing bicep curls and then doing the tricep push downs. And it's really just a full body, upper body workout, okay? This one is a full body plus lower body workout. And then I'll do this 3 times a week. Now on the Tuesdays, the Thursdays, or sorry, this is actually Saturday, sorry. So this is what I'm actually doing today. So on the Tuesdays, the Thursdays, the Fridays, the Sundays, I'll just do a 5 to 10 minute exercise. And it could be anything. It could just be jumping jacks. It could be jumping on a trampoline. I have like a little mini trampoline that I jump on. It could be yoga. It could be stretching, right? It could be bioenergetics, like literally anything to just get your blood flowing. Sometimes I'll go on a quick walk outside, right? Just like a walk, just to get my blood flowing. That's the whole point, okay? So 3 times a week, I'll have like a really hard workout. And then the other 4 times, it's just a simple 5 to 10 minute exercise just to get the blood flowing a little bit. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
Cool.
Yoga, trampoline.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect. Anybody else have any other questions? I'll open it up so anybody can talk right now.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess so. One is how did you beat narcissism? Like, because I was reading, I started to notice, I think I have a little bit of that. And number two, I was talking to my ex. Like, took me forever to get her to communicate, but I found truth from her. She said I caused a lot of drama, and I noticed it's constantly in my head. And I think I was like stressing her to the max. And yeah, I guess that's two. I had another one, but just went left my head.
Okay, cool. First question is, if you're trying to fix your narcissism, you probably aren't a narcissist. And what I mean by that, the reason why is, and I'm saying this because from personal experience, I'm like, oh, what if I'm a narcissist? How do I fix it? It's like a narcissist does not want to fix their self. Narcissists, okay, true narcissists, they like to feed off of energy. Meaning they like to feed off of other people's negative energy. They make people's life honestly shit. Like true narcissists are terrible people. So they like to feed. Someone who says, I want to fix my narcissism is usually not a narcissist, because narcissists don't like to fix themselves. They think they're the best. Like, well, why should I fix myself? I'm the best thing there is out there. So if you're asking yourself, oh man, how do I improve? How do I fix my narcissism? You're not a narcissist, bro. You think you are because you may have seen similar patterns of human behavior, which is literally new human behavior. And you're like, oh, I may be a narcissist. But what you actually are is probably you have nice guy syndrome, which is panhandling to people, which is codependency behaviors, which is seeking other people's validations or using a means to an end, being more Machiavellian-like or chameleon-like. That's more nice guy syndrome than it is narcissism, but they have some similarities. They use the same tactics. However, a nice guy is completely different. Their intention is different versus a narcissist. A narcissist wants to feed off of other people's energy. A nice guy wants to make everything go well and doesn't want things to go bad. So when you guys start actually reading that book, the No More Mr. Nice Guy, you'll start to see, oh shit, I'm not a narcissist. I actually have the nice guy syndrome. And then now it's a matter of killing that nice guy syndrome. So we'll get more into that. That book goes really into detail. It has exercises to help you with that. But you're probably not a narcissist. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but well, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Well, like what she was saying is, like she was taunting, like at the time she was nagging me, and in my head I was saying, well, like fuck this. I walked out of her 2 months, but then I realized to her, she thinks like I abandoned her. But I told her, look, if I didn't leave you 2 months, I couldn't grow, I couldn't get better. We could be together right now, and I'll be still the same guy. I figured it, like I want to actually, grow somewhere with her and do something. But if her, it's just, maybe she's the narcissist. But
yeah, that could be possible. I can give you more resources as to figure out. One of the biggest things that, I get everyone to do before I get into a relationship with any woman is I get them to do the Dark Triad personality type test. Okay. It's called the Dark Triad personality test. And this shows 3 things: narcissism, if I'm spelling that right, I don't even know. Third thing is Machiavellianism. Okay, and I'll tell you guys what these things mean. And fourth thing is psychopathy. Okay, or third thing is psychopathy. So whenever I'm about to get into a relationship with a woman, or I'm about to date a woman, I'll tell them like, hey, I want you to do this personality type test so I can know you more. Okay, so I'll go on my phone, I'll pull it up, and we're hanging out, and I'll pass her the phone to do the Dark Triad personality test. Now, if her narcissism is anything above a 30%, her Machiavellianism is anything. So
our narcissist will probably like try to put you down, try to break you down, right? Break your confidence.
It could be multiple things.
She was doing that all the time, and I was like fighting back with her, fighting. I go, no, and she kept pushing back harder.
Yeah. So, usually what you want to do is a woman who has anything above these limits in terms of her narcissism, Machiavellianism, psychopathy. Narcissism is they only care about themselves. Machiavellianism is they're very chameleon-like and they'll lie often or they'll try to trick you often. And then psychopathy is she's just a psychopath. She has no remorse for other people and she doesn't understand other people's emotions. So if a woman has anything above 30% narcissism, anything above 50% Machiavellianism, or anything above a 30% psychopathy level, I just stop dating her, like immediately, because she will make your life hell. Like, and it's not necessarily her fault. It's just the way her brain is literally hardwired. Like it's not like she's doing it because she's a bad person.
Hard-headed kind of thing. She told me she's really hard-headed. She doesn't want to give me a second chance. Like you said, you left me twice, blah, 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 blah. Like, like stuff kept going on and on. Kind of like that.
Not necessarily. That could just be, a person's standards. With your situation, I know you sent me some text of what you were doing with, talking back and forth with her. The best advice I can give you, man, is like, move on. Like, it seems like...
No, man. I don't want to interrupt you. I hear you. That's what I think too. If you were in the situation, I will tell you that too. But if I didn't knock on her door at like 12 midnight and told me, what the hell is going on, she would never ever tell me. I finally found the truth. I actually had the balls to actually knock on the window and go, hey, what happened? If I didn't, that moment in time changed my life because I finally realized what the hell was going on with the woman. Because she never told me her feelings. I'm like, what the hell, man? Like, why did you not tell me this before? I sent you like a card, they send, right into back and tell me what's going on for life. And she sent it back blank. She's not communicating. That's what I was trying to tell her.
Yeah. So in my opinion, if I was doing that with a woman, I was putting in that effort and I was trying to make things work again, and she was just completely disengaging, then I would just completely walk away, because your standard should be that you should never chase. Like right now with my girl, if at any moment she leaves me, breaks my trust, betrays me at any time, that's it. It's just like, all right, cool. This didn't work out. Take care. There's no chance that at any moment I will be chasing a woman down after she has disengaged or shown something that is above my standards or I've breaking my standards or boundaries. And I'll let people know up front, like any woman that I date, here's what I want. These are my standards in a relationship. This is what makes me happy. Okay. Here's what I expect from you. Okay. This is what I expect from you. And I'll also let them know, here's my boundaries. If at any moment these boundaries are breaking, if at any moment my standards are not met, and if at any moment you don't see this from me, you don't expect this from me, and you don't see what I can give you, okay, our relationship is not going to work, and we're going to break it off, okay? And it's no hard feelings. It's a matter of understanding your standards. It's a matter of understanding your boundaries and realizing your value, that, hey, I'm valuable. I know what I bring to the table, and there's 4 billion women on the planet. If half of them are married, that's 2 billion women. If half of them are not good looking, that's 1 billion women that you can meet and give them a positive life. That's, if anything, better than the previous option that you have. Okay. So if I was in your shoes, I would just completely walk away, delete her number, delete all memories. All right. Now
I hear you, man. That's what I did, like in the past. And I left her for 2 months. I said, oh, fuck this. But then I realized, and then she said, abandon. I look, I'm sorry I left you. I'm apologizing now. I own ownership of my mistake. But look, I'm probably gonna fuck up again in the future. And but still, in her mind, she's, oh, it's over. No more chances. Blah 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 blah. Like, well, look. And then I sent her a text. I'm enough for you. I'm enough for everything. If you, then just give me a call when you if you ever need something. I'll help you out. But look. You can't expect me to be perfect. Like, I'm gonna fuck up. I took ownership. I should have went back to you and talked to you sooner, right after we had the fight. But this is just the way it turned out. Like, then in her mind is, no, it's over. I said, like that. It happened like that.
Yeah, and that's fine, man. Just walk away. So okay.
Yeah.
That's all it comes down to. It's like, all right, cool. Take care then. Have a good life. Does that make sense?
Sounds good. Yeah.
But in the future, like whenever you do get into a relationship and, going through this program, you're going to meet a lot of women. If you end up dating any of them, like, this is something that I get every woman to do. This is also what I get all my employees to do, because at the end of the day, everybody in your life, friends, employees, career, people that you're working with, relationships that you have, you don't want to be surrounded by people who have these 3 traits in a very excess manner. It's okay if their narcissism is 20%. It's okay if their Machiavellianism is below 50 or psychopathy below 30, because that's actually kind of normal. It's not a bad thing. It doesn't mean that they're bad people. But anything above these limits, like, you're looking at a lot of trouble in the future. So that's usually what I
So
do.
with this girl, it seems like she has a lot of issues, but she's not really, she's not facing them.
Yeah, and that's fine. You can't fix people, right? Okay, cool. Anybody else have any other questions before we hop off? I'm going to unmute.
Like if somebody else is talking, or if somebody else or is it okay for other people to give their perspective, or is it simply you're just going to be the person speaking? Because I heard a couple things that I wanted to say based on what I heard from other people that I can try to give some perspective on, because I've been through it, or I feel like maybe what I can say can give some value in some way.
Yeah, so if you ever want to share something, obviously the texting group, you can always give people feedback. Find something after the call, you're like, oh, I wish I said that. You can give people feedback. You guys are like brothers now, so support each other, push each other. And just like how I said, hey, does anyone have any questions? And now you're talking. This is a good time to give feedback, right? Like, you don't necessarily have to always ask a question. You can be like, yeah, just the question that was asked previous, I want to tell you about this. So if you have anything that you want to say right now, you can always say it.
Awesome, thanks.
Cool. Anything else? Anything I can help you guys with before we hop off? All right. Seems like everyone.
Before I leave. Okay, so with style. Okay, I'm working on style. So obviously, I bought 2 pair of jeans to replace my ones that look pretty nasty. So what happens? So if I Facebook group, so I have to send it to Facebook, or do I send it to the email? What's easier?
No, not in the Facebook group. The style, the personality type tests, everything that you have to send me, you're gonna send it in the Telegram group, okay? In the Telegram texting, okay? Because then I can just read it. I can take a look at it right there. If it's in my email, it might get
one picture ready at Old Navy, like the style I have. I could just send it to you, like right away after I figure out how to send it.
Yeah, like take a picture. You can take a selfie like from up, just so I can see the full thing. You can take a selfie like this. You can take someone to, hey man, just go on the street and get someone to take a picture of you. Like, anything you can do. You can set your computer to take an auto picture, whatever. Like, anything you can do to take a picture of your style, or even take a picture of your clothes themselves. I can give you feedback on the clothes. Cool.
Even like modern haircuts, huh? Because I was trying, my cut I'm just using a Caesar cut because it takes a while to grow back. But it's obviously not in style anymore. So I don't even know what's hairstyles in style.
Yeah, man. Like, if you guys take a picture, I can take a look at it and like tell you exactly what to do with your hair, because I think, like, for me, what works well with mine is like when I get a fade on the side and I just cut the top a little bit short, and it's kind of this very professional look. I think that's just the best look.
Like a modified hipster look?
Yeah, somewhat. I personally don't like to have the hipster look. It's like,
I mean, how everything now, the hair is more on top now, and they shave the sides now, because in the 2000s they just had a weird kind of look.
Yeah, so I think this is the best look right now. To be honest, like, if you take a look at examples of guys who are high status in TV shows. So, like, for example, if you look at the show Suits, right? There's Harvey Specter. Take a look at how he does his hair. Take a look at like the attractive characters on movies or TV shows and how they style themselves, because they style those people very, very attractively. So for me, I realized like the fade on the side, so doing the side with a 1, and then like just cutting the top short enough that you can run your fingers through it and kind of style it, is the best look right now at the moment. However, it also depends on the shape of your face. Some people look really good with a full-on buzz cut. Some people look good with long, slick back hair, right? So that's why I get you guys to do the screenshot. So when you send it to me, I can be like, oh, this is going to be good for your face. Sometimes people look good with a full beard or some facial hair on. I personally don't like having a beard, even though it kind of looks stylish on me. I just like having a clean, professional shave. So it depends on you, the way your facial structure is, and then what works the best with that. Okay.
Yeah, no, okay, no worries. Sending you a picture later.
Cool. Perfect. Awesome. Perfect. So you guys have your mission for this week. You guys have the documents to go through. I'm super, super excited to see what you guys are going to do. And we will talk 2 weeks from now, okay? Because that 10-day challenge is actually about 11 days. So it's going to take you guys some time to go through it and do all the challenges. So we're not going to talk a week from now. We're going to talk 2 weeks from now, okay? Hopefully this guy's added value to you, and we will be talking soon. All right, guys? Take care. Bye.